came to Jamaica in the Peace Corps in 1969, and I came as a teacher and a teacher trainer. I trained teachers in the primary schools, and then I ended up with a school for the physically and mentally handicapped children. So for about 6 years I was in Maypen. And I met a lot of the businessmen and lawyers and the judges that came to Maypen to conduct the courts. And first thing I started to do was to organize, when the judge came for circuit, organize the going away party that they had for him on the Friday of the circuit. And so that's kind of how I started to meet the lawyers. And then one of the judges, who a lot of people in Jamaica know, Justice Ira Rowe, who was president of the Court of Appeal, was his last position here. He said to me, "You don't want to be a lawyer? Why, you can do it." I said, "No, I'm teaching and I don't have the time or the money." He said, "No, you can do external degree, University of London external degree." And so I started to study and do that. And then I wanted to go to Norman Manley after I got the LLB. But to do that, I have to be a citizen of Jamaica. And of course, I'm a citizen of the US. So by that time, I had been in Jamaica for 10 years. So I certainly passed the time to be a resident here, which is 5 years. And so I applied and just got the citizenship in the summer before law school was starting. So I just made it in to that group in 1979 and then graduated in 81. Well, the education I received at the law school is certainly reflected in everything that I've done. But I think one of the things that students maybe don't understand is that there's so much else to learn. And that's one of the things that, although I was learning a lot at the law school, I realized right away how much more I had to learn. I still feel that nearly every day that I'm in court, I learn something new. And that's one of the things that I learned so much at law school, but I think one of the things I also learned was that there was a lot more that a lawyer needs to know. In fact, I now tell students that when you go into court, and some of the courts you're going to wait until your matter is called up, don't carry the newspaper, don't carry another file, anything. Carry that same file and read it again and again, because you just can't go through a matter enough times to help you to understand it. I did work on a trial that turned out to be a landmark decision with the Caribbean Court of Justice, that of Shanique Myrie. And that co-counsel was Michelle Brown, who's junior to me. But Michelle has a master's degree in international law and knows a lot about the international law as it pertains to the Caribbean Court of Justice. I was in the case because I was the one that could examine witnesses and cross-examine witnesses. And she felt that she was a little low on that. But when it came to any arguments, she was the one that took it over. And that kind of cooperation, I think, is really something that's when you are really co-counsel.